Squeaky Mickey on for the first match as it was announced impromptu. But let's talk about this. Last night, well not last night, at Worlds Apart, Emmy failed to gain the All-Star title because of a distraction by Austin Uhas. Later that night, in the main event, Emmy would come out looking like he was going to get payback on Austin. Instead, he sided with him. And he would screw this guy out of the title shot. And when many believed that Zavok was on the verge of winning the title, screwed out of it by Emmy.
Introducing his opponent from the realm of the Lost Hex, weighing in at 315 pounds, Zavok!
Oh, Zavok has an opportunity to get some revenge. I can't imagine, but Zavok, he wants this big time. There is the balance, not even hesitating. Straight in on the assault. See now, alright. See Emmy now. Nice hip toss. And while Emmy, some people have criticised him, not just for his decision to cost Zavok the world title, but his recent performances. A lot of people have said they've not been up to par. He does have an opportunity to silence those doubters here in this match. He's just got to do it. One. There's the one count there. See now that armbar, and Emmy gets out of it. And Emmy again with a clothesline. You can certainly see right now, Emmy certainly putting in a good fight. And keep it going. But Zavok from behind. And once again putting in the armbar. Of course, it wasn't all bad for those of the Deadly Six. Of course, as I mentioned, Xena is now the women's champion. And she's now had a target on her back from Yandere-chan. And it was Alyssa that came out to Xena's aid. Hence the reason we now have a #1 contender match tonight. Of course, Alyssa, you know, it doesn't need to be said, she's one of the most respected women on the CXWI roster. if not just in the women, just the roster in general. She's been juggling back and forth between this, time with her husband, Jack Stanbridge, and time looking after the Arbiter. And through that, she has just the highest level of respect from fans, roster members, officials. And then of course Yandere-chan, who has been on the eternal hunt for her senpai. And still no one really knows who her senpai is, which is part of a problem. But anyway, Zavok, powerbomb! And now look at this! And these the shots! Now look at this! Zavok now! Nice roll through by Yandere! 1, 2, and... No! Just got the shoulder up. Okay people, I am receiving word from the back regarding see a nice roll up, 1, 2, and he kicks out. I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Gat has only a minor concussion, still quite serious. Groot has suffered also, again, a minor injury, but sort of bordering between minor and major. There's a roll up! Ow! See, now going after the ref! Again, as mentioned, a minor concussion for Gat. Groot has suffered a minor injury to his neck, as was on that death warrant. Zinyak, again, he's pretty hurt, but it doesn't appear to be anything serious. It's Matthew that's had the worst of it. That deep cut. Oh, look at this now! Miracle silence! Miracle silence in! Doesn't get Emmy to tap. But more than definitely does the damage. And as I was elaborating, it's Matthew but appears to have had the most damage. Of course, that cut he suffered, it was a deep one. However, I am being told that it won't put him on the shelf at all. But it's definitely a hurting. See now, thrown into the ring, and Emmy is in trouble. Zavok! Zavok killer! Zavok killer landed! Here's a cover to pin! Got it!
Here's your winner, Zavok!
Zavok with the win! Bit of payback on Emmy! You see there. Zavok, an impressive. Wow! Oh Oh shit! Gorilla Grodd! The recently elevated from the EDO. Gorilla Grodd! Ow! And look at this now! Oh, look at me! Ow! Oh, look at this now! Well, we knew that Grodd, he did have connections into the coupe via Max Muller. Of course, this is the first time we've seen Grodd since his victory at Worlds Apart. With all the focus, it seems, on Zavok. You see now, these two continuing this mugging. Look at this! Two of them just taking turns! And Zavok's now cut open! Now look at this! Ah! Fire extinguisher! And Grodd! Gorilla Grodd! Quite a way to make a debut, I guess, on the main roster. Laying out Zavok. Bottom line, Zavok wins the match, but well, it's ME that walks out alongside Gorilla Grodd. Well, people, we now move on. Our next match, mono a mono. But the focus on momentum for the tag teams. Ben Hopkins revealed as Scott McShannon's mystery partner at Worlds Apart.
This next contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Essex, England, weighing in at 229 pounds, Ben Hopkins.
Ben Hopkins. It was him, but would score the W for his team. And of course, with that, Ben and Scott are in the tag team title picture. Well, Ben Hopkins will have mono in mono action here against Reptile. It seems, but the Brotherhood, they're not happy with this decision of a tag team gauntlet match. Again, you heard them firmly state it. They don't want this to be about the other tag teams. They want this strictly between them and Blaziken.